Good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening. You are watching Nub's Collection, a YouTube series dedicated to the cataloging and review of every game in my physical media collection. As always, I am your host, Victor Nub, and today we are looking at The Legend of the Mystical Ninja, developed and published by Konami and released in the United States in February of 1992. So this is a game that was ported over, obviously, from Japan. Originally, the series that it was brought from or developed from was called Ganbare Goemon, which is a series that had seen 3 releases in Japan before the 4th, which is the game we're looking at today, was actually brought to a Western market. Those 3 games were all released either on arcade or the Famicom system in Japan, as well as the MSX2. And the character of Goemon, the main character of the series, was actually based on a Japanese folklore character named Ishikawa Goemon, who was a kind of Robin Hood-style outlaw, anti-authoritarian character in Japan, who, according to some of the many different tall tales about his life, attempted to assassinate Oda Nobunaga, who the name Nobunaga, if you're not familiar with it, was a big warlord back in the 1500s, I believe, is when it happened. And Goemon was supposedly assassinated by being boiled alive in front of a crowd. So no idea why they wanted to base this game, or this series rather, on that character, but it really doesn't matter because it's a silly, fun action-adventure style game that we're going to take a look at today. So as usual with Nub's Collection episodes, we're going to do the story setup. There is a little bit of stuff to go through here, and part of the story is actually explaining the details of the game, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. The story section is simply called Rules That Govern Your Mystic Powers. Have you ever looked into the greasy eyes of a flesh-eating locust? Or smelled his steamy hot breath? Well, my mystic friend, if you're not able to find the missing ghost princess and return her to the town of Horo-Horo, that's the fate you'll face when the dragon beast unleashes his nasty plague. And this is the part in my video where I interject, point out that as usual when I'm searching for just random crap to put into the video, especially images to punch up the story setup, I did the search terms bad dragon, and the results I got on Google were eye-opening, to say the least. Apparently there is a very large booming market for extremely explicit dragon-themed adult sex toys that I found when I searched that term. I was just trying to find some really crappy dragon drawings, and what I found was strange. I mean, good on the people who really enjoy those things, but man, that was jarring. Avoiding this grotesque tragedy will be no easy task. To do so, you must assume the role of either Kid Ying or Dr. Yang, the town's 2 guardian ninjas. Important to note here, I'll just stop the story setup. Kid Ying is actually the character known as Goemon, and Dr. Yang is a character named Ebisumaru, I believe is how you pronounce the name. I'm not 100% on the pronunciation there. Why they changed them to the 2 names they did, probably because they're easier for a Western market to pronounce, but I don't know if there's any other basis for it than that. Kid Ying, the punky little dude with the mop head, is a mystic ninja. Dr. Yang, the guy with the funky stash, is his mentor and keeper of many mystical secrets. You can either go it alone as one of these heroes, or team up with a friend and tackle the 10 levels of the Dragon Beast together. Of course, no matter how you approach this quest, you must call upon all of your strength and wisdom to outfight and outthink the wildest and most intense video adventure ever conceived by man. Or Dragon Beast, oh! Now before you go sorry. I'm an idiot. Now, before you go running off like some cocky little mystic know-it-all, you'd better check out the rules laid forth by the great Sukiyaki, king of all mystics. Rule 1. Most game levels, remember there are 10, are divided into 2 different Warlock zones. In Warlock Zone 1, take on treacherous enemies whose minds are controlled by the Silver Serpent, the Dragon Beast's right claw man. When you knock one of these bad guys senseless, pick up the gold coins or valuable Sinjin items, I believe is how you pronounce that, they leave behind. In this zone, you must also venture into shops, tents, and various places where you'll gather clues, learn new fighting techniques, buy vacation packages to different levels, and make other critical purchases. Yeah, because that's the important part when you're trying to save the world is taking the right vacation package. In Warlock Zone 2, use the information you've received to solve problems. Also, take advantage of your new attack skills to pummel more powerful enemies. With the gold you collect, this is rule number 2, with the gold you collect, buy weapons, food, and armor to increase your power, replenish your energy, and protect your hide. Capture Lucky the Cat and increase your fighting skills. They're very cagey about explaining that one, but basically, even though they talk about improving your attack skills, the only way to improve your main weapon in this game is to pick up a little fortune cat statue. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, the statues that always are of a cat with like one hand raised up, and yeah, that's how you improve your basic attack power in this game, and it is a random pickup, or random draw from enemies rather. So that was something they probably didn't make a great choice designing the way they did, but we'll get into that when we do the good, the bad, and the ugly later. Who knows? You might suddenly find yourself on the attack with a special mystic weapon like the Yokohama Yo-Yo. Rule number 3. Be sure to stop by the Jutsu School for the Mystically Gifted and take a lesson in the ancient art of self-preservation. Trust me, without the knowledge of Jutsu, those locusts will tie on their napkins and sprinkle salt on your wounds. Why do they need to tie on napkins first? I don't know. Rule number 4, this is the last one. If you knock heads with an enemy, or if one gets the jump on you, your lifeline will be cut to ribbons. When it's been totally shredded, you'll lose one of your mystic lives. When all your lives are gone, well, chomp, chomp, chuckle. Had to say those. Okay, anyway. Weird story setup, but let's go ahead and get started. I am playing this alone today, but I don't think it's going to make a dramatic difference in the quality of the experience. Having 2 people just means you have to do that much more farming because I believe each character has a different money pool.
Hey, Kid Ying, have you heard the news?
What are you talking about?
You know, about that beautiful girl.
Oh? You mean the ghost woman? Of the temple?
Yeah, that's the one. Something terrible has happened.
Oh no! Hey, no close-ups. That's no way for a good ghost to act. She shouldn't hurt people. That ghost has some nerve.
I'll show her that I'm a brave man.
Talk is cheap. Let's go. I'm with you, Dr. Yang. And that's the last we see of Dr. Yang, unless it's just for comedy setup. So a good chunk of this game involves you farming for money and then either using it to buy items or spending it on different mini games that exist. And there are a lot of mini games that you can participate in. Unfortunately, they're not a guaranteed cash source. In some cases, they are very much randomized. Okay, that is important for using your judo skills, and there's the item upgrade. A little cat that I just picked up. That is how you upgrade your weapon. I believe there are 3 upgrades you can do, and the third one is when I get the yo-yo they were talking about in the story setup. I'll say this, the game is very creative in the sense that there are, oh, it's just 2 upgrades. All right, anyway, there's my final upgrade. Now I just need to recover some cash so that I can buy armor. There is a shop that you can buy straw armor in at some point here. And I believe, ow! Oh, I lost the cat. So when you get hit, you do lose your upgrade unfortunately. So it plays a little bit like Blaster Master in that regard, where you upgrade your weapon, but if you take a hit, you actually lose that upgrade. I don't think it goes all the way down. I think it just goes one down. Never hit the women in this game. You actually get money by just touching them. We're not going to do this forever. I just want to get enough money to buy some armor, and I don't remember how much it costs. So we're going to have to wander a little bit to find the shop, and then just go in and find out what it's going to cost to get it. I believe the cat gives you money if you pick it up after you've maxed out your upgrades. So this will probably be the first time I've talked about this in my video series, but certainly not the last. This game, I should probably read this first. The Ghost Woman of Horo Temple is very strong. There must be a way to beat her. So this is one of those games that I almost certainly picked up as a result of influenced by a television show. And if you are a kid who grew up in the, or well, if you're not a kid now, obviously, if you're an adult who grew up in the 90s, you're probably going to be familiar with the show I'm going to talk about. The first time I saw this show was on Nick Arcade. Welcome, we have everything you need. Would you like to buy something? Yeah, let's see what you got. 20 bucks for sandals, that's not bad. I got a lot of money for that. Pizza, I believe you... Oh, I guess you don't just use it right away. We'll buy some bombs. I don't know how many I can carry. I don't even know how to use them. Alright, we'll just leave. That's fine. So Nick Arcade was a show that was on in the probably early to mid-90s, where basically the show involved a bunch of kids who would participate in contests where they had to complete a certain objective within a random video game within about 60 seconds. This is one of the games that they featured on that show pretty regularly, where basically the objective was to earn a certain amount of money within 60 seconds to complete it. And also they had Joe and Mac, I remember, on there, King of the Monsters on there. I believe Altered Beast was one of the games on there as well. So they had quite a few games from the early Super Nintendo, late Master System, and early Sega Genesis time. And the objectives changed based on whatever game you were playing. If it was one player, they would have a goal you would have to meet within a time limit. If it was two player, the winner of the fight or contest was, you know, whoever had more points or beat the other one up first. A whole bunch of different things they would do. I'm a fortune teller. I'll tell you, you are hero of this story, aren't you? You will do a good job throughout your long journey. Okay. I have no idea why that was there. Let's keep going. See if we find a shop here somewhere that sells me armor. We are not open yet. Please come later. I think this is where you learn your jujitsu skills, or jutsu skills as they refer to them. And I believe that shop there is the travel agency that you use to go to the next area once you complete the fight in this area. The way it works is after you've gotten some equipment to help you advance, you go into what's called an action sequence or an action scene, and you have to take on a boss. Once you beat the boss, you can travel to the next warlord zone. Anyway, back to Nick Arcade. The finalist for the competition, and it was like a 30-minute game show style thing, and I think it answered questions about video games as well as part of it to get to the point where you would play one as part of the competition. The final round of the game involved the final kid, or final two kids, I think it was two, basically participating in a not even sure what to call it, but like a thing where they would stand in front of a green screen, and they would have to react to kind of like a weatherman's, you know, chroma keyed in background where they were participating in a live video game, quotey fingers, and they would have to hit objects and dodge, you know, attacks, and they would have like 3 hits to complete as much as they could, and whoever either got the furthest or earned the most points would be the winner. And it was very strange, and it basically relied on the kids' ability to use a skill that they just would have absolutely no reason to ever build or know how to use at any point in time. A strange cloud is coming from the north. I'm scared. Come back, you're worth 50 bucks. No, don't run. Oh. One of these has got to be some health. All the fuss over ghosts. Nobody's hiring. I think he gives you like little jobs that you can do for money. Here's the food I needed. So I have no idea how different my damage is with just the base weapon, which honestly looks like a hash pipe when he attacks with it. Everything is delicious here. Would you like something to eat? Yes. Let's go with the mid-range. I'm guessing that's going to be half my health back. It sure is. And hopefully I find some armor before I start the boss area, which I'm guessing is here. Might be another screen, but I think it's one of these rooms. In fact, I think I just saw it on the left there. There are a lot of ghosts in the maze now. It's dangerous. Don't go in. So that's another mini game that you can do, and if you complete all of it before you finish the maze, you actually get an extra life, and it costs exactly the same amount of money to go in that you can find total. So if you spend 100 bucks and you search everywhere, you can get 100 bucks. This is dangerous. Open up your head, feel the shell shock. Territory, be careful. Proceed with caution. Alright, so this is the action sequence. Obviously, coming in with a maxed out weapon is probably the right thing to do, and if you can get armor, which unfortunately I didn't find anywhere, that helps out a lot too. Still haven't found the ninja scroll, or the jutsu abilities to make use of those scrolls, so... Oh, no you don't. Fortunately, you can't pick up items by hitting them with your yo-yo. Not in this game. Uh-oh. Oh! I took a hit. Ah! I took another! You jerk. I know better than that. I can hit up with this game. Oh, man! They had the ability to... Alright, well, let's... Oh! That was just sloppy. I'm gonna lose. Although I do have pizza, and the pizza actually acts like a fairy from the... Oh. That was a risky attack. Alright, let's do this in a spot where I can control where the enemies are coming from. I want to get my weapon up. This may be a fruitless effort, but I have to try. There we go. If I can get one more, we're back in business. Yeah, I've often complained about the iffy nature of some of the songs that Konami produced around this time. This song gets after it, man. It's got some energy to it. I don't know if the entire soundtrack has the same juice, but this song is definitely a high point, I would say. Oh, come on! I swung upwards. Maybe you don't have that option when you're using the yo-yo. Get out of here. Jerk. I also lost my pizza slice, but hopefully that's not going to make any difference in the outcome here. So I'll find out when we get to the end. And I should probably just start heading that way now. Get. Ah, there we go. Yo-yo's back. Oh, watch out. Goodbye. Gotcha. Oh. Nice. I don't know if that happens again. It looks like it does. I don't know about the attacks. Maybe... That's a one and done thing, kind of like a... Ooh, look at this thing you could... Oh, shoot! Get out of here. They definitely have some weird enemies in this one. Get it? Yes! Alright, let's just make our way to the exit before I get in serious trouble. I don't know what that does. I'm assuming it's like a checkpoint. Get him. Get him. Okay, so you cannot attack straight up with the yo-yo. That was a choice they made. Holding... Oh, no, yeah, you can. Weird. And there's a little bit of lag in the response, I guess. Alright, so this is why I really should not have taken the hits that I did, but we'll do the best we can with what we got. So her attack is to shoot plates at you, and I guess I gotta hit them back. Who? Nope. No! Ah! Doesn't look like she hits me for contact damage, which is a good call there, because this would have been a very frustrating fight otherwise. I think playing on the edge of the screen is the right call here. All right, we did it. And I got a cat.
Oh my, you're very so strong.
You're very.
Oh my, you're so strong.
I can speak.
I'm the ninja cat, Kurube. I've been waiting for someone to help me out of here. There is no time to explain. Take this $100 and hurry to Shikoku Island. Go see the cat boss, Koban.
Sweet. Thank you for the $100. Now I really need to get some food fast. Hey, thanks for extra cash. Well, no, you don't. No! Oh, we did! Alright, well, there goes my, you do have extra lives, but you lose your upgrades when you die. Alright, so now I can get back that extra life. This is a secret maze. You may get lost inside, but there are many treasures to be found. It costs $100 to search. What do you think? Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Good luck. If you play this in 2-player, I think you have to take turns doing the maze. So we're gonna do a trace left. Just take every left turn that I can. I believe there's a map you can find in this maze as well. I don't know how you find it. Try all the buttons here. Too bad there are no prizes for you. Oh no, I quit! Alright, so don't hit the A button inside. Or maybe was it timed? I'll take a look at it again. I do like that when you die, the timer, which for whatever reason they put a timer in this game, actually goes back to the max, which is 1,000. Anyway, let's do that one more time. There are a whole bunch of different mini games that we can try, and I don't want to spend all my time on one, but I would like to get something out of it. I don't know if it ever changes. It might be the same maze every single time. So far, that's looking to be right. Yep, so if I go back this way, there's the question mark right here. There is. Okay, calm down. I don't see a timer, so we should be all right. Just keep doing a trace left here. Whoop. Hup. Hup. Hey, I got a pot with a bomb in it. That seems really dangerous. And a treasure chest. Turn left here, turn left here, left. Oh, more scrolls. Another pot. Nothing. Alright, that's the exit. I don't want to go to it yet. That's not the exit. You don't want to go to that. So turn around. Alright, so I think we've done just about everything we can, because this was the first turn. Yep, so turn around, go back this way, and... Alright, so here, down to the end. Nope. Here it is. Blue door is right there. Congratulations, you can keep whatever you found. So I got my $100 back, and I did get the extra life, so we're good to go. So in theory, if you search the entire maze, get every single item in there before you leave, you actually have a source for infinite lives. Oh, you jerk! He stole my money! Good, I got a weapon upgrade from him. No. Get. Grab the pretty lady. Not like that. Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know if Goemon is an honorable man. I mean, he was a criminal, apparently. Alright, so we want the cheapest food here since we only need 2 blocks of life. A bowl of brown mush. Give me some health back. I'm sure all of those are very obvious items if you are Japanese and know what they are. I have no idea what half of that stuff is. Do you want to play any games? Yeah, sure. Alright, so Mole is kind of like a whack-a-mole style game. Paint, I want to say, plays kind of like Snake, Snakes, whatever it's called. Basically where it's the Tron-style light cycles where if you force your enemy to cross a line, they will be eliminated and you win the game. I don't remember what Goblin is. Let's try all 3 of them. We'll do the most expensive one first, Mole. So literally hit them all corresponding to the buttons on the controller. The left side is the D-pad directions, the right side is the buttons. So the course is easy, but you can get twice the score in the faster course. Select the course, then start. Let's go fast, because I'm insane. All right, here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, ow! 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, missed one. I am not. Oh, there we go. I was about to say I have not hit one of those bandit moles yet. I did all right. I don't know how much it translates to. So I earned exactly the same amount of money I put into it. That wasn't really worth it. Sometimes these things do shake out and help you earn money, and sometimes they're a waste. No, I didn't make any money. Thanks, guy. So you have to come back in to redo the next one. This is my prevailing memory of this game, is the fact that there was just a lot of time spent playing mini games that ultimately did not pay the price that you spent on them. The game here is painting. The more you paint, the higher the bonus. But if you paint outside the lines, or if you lay the paint on too thick, you're fired. Do your best. So I guess you don't eliminate anyone, but ultimately you want to paint as much as you can. And I think you turn it, like, by going... There we go. Use the D-pad to aim your little cursor, and it starts going faster the longer you play. Oh, I failed. All right, so I lost $9 on that one. If I had managed to go around a second time, I probably would have made my money back. All right, let's do the goblin one, and then we'll keep going. I don't think I need a ton of money to get out of here. The travel package, the only difference, because there are 3 different levels of travel package that you can buy. The difference is you get health depending on which one you choose. If you choose the cheapest one, you don't get any health back. If you choose the middle one, you get, I think, half your life bar. And if you choose the most expensive one, you get all of it. And I don't remember what this is. When there is a vase on the head, push the B button to throw the ball into the vase, whatever. Keep the button pressed to throw the ball further. Aim carefully. Oh boy, I haven't hit one. I think I got one. No. I haven't gotten one! I have no idea how far I'm supposed to be throwing it. That one's terrible. That's one where you're just supposed to get the perspective right, and also you have to hit the button when the arrow is pointed directly over the target. Hold it to charge up the meter to decide how far you throw it, and I had no idea how far I was supposed to go. So that was a huge waste. The paint one I could probably do with a little bit of practice quite easily. Why did I jump? That was stupid. Alright, so let's get back to the shop and spend some money on the shoes, assuming they still sell the same stuff. I think they do. And pizza. I still have no idea what the bombs are, because I couldn't use them. I think you can buy 3, and that's it. I don't know if you can buy more than one. We'll buy one. And I have no idea what the heck the bombs do, but whatever. So the shoes, I believe, increase your jump height and your movement speed, and that's why you buy them. Oh, come on! I got robbed. Go back and get those shoes. You lose your shoes when you get hit as well. Alright, so back out. I lost my weapon. Now I'm smacking with a little hash pipe again. Screw the fish. Leave him alone. I don't want your trouble. Get out of here. Poor guys have samurai swords, apparently, but they're not going to use them. Because that guy was given the right to attack with his spear. I want my yo-yo back. Hello. There we go. Got it. Now let's get out of here. Head to the next area. We'll do a little bit of this stuff in the next area, and then we will probably call it after I get there. Whatever we end up doing. Getting armor, getting to the second area, maybe losing, who knows. He threw a cup at me. I didn't even know that was a thing. Welcome. This is the Oedo Travel Agency. Today's special is a tour to Shikoku Island. I still can't say that right. Would you like to go? Yes. So, unfortunately, we need the health, so I'm going to pick pack C, which is the most expensive one, but it'll give me all my health back. The manner in which you travel changes depending on which package you pick up. The more expensive, the better the trip. If you pick the really cheap one, I think you just get on like a little raft and navigate a river. $200, please. Please? Your life energy is increased by 6. Oh, there you go. Shizuka will be your tour guide. Look at Goemon having the time of his life. And then Ebisumaru, I think is how you said the name, is now riding a kite in the back. Ebisumaru. And it got destroyed. When something's wrong in Edo, action must be taken. Kid Ying and Dr. Ying leave for Shikoku Island to meet Koban, the cat boss. I like this one too. It's got a nice little swing to it. Get out of here. Bad dog. This guy! Screw you and your cups! Oh! I hate you. I hate you. Get lost! Go! Do not follow me. Alright, got my weapon back up. Get out of here. Very animated dog, but very stupid apparently. I want more of these goofy little guys that don't apparently do anything of any importance than I want the cup thrower. something strange about the Hiyotoko people at this year's festival. They're up to something. You should be careful. Okay. I will say it's been a very long time since I last played this game. I think this is possibly one of the ones that I gave to my mother when I moved out, so this is probably the first time I played it in, oh lord, 20 years. So I don't remember everything that I'm supposed to see or experience in this game. I will say it is a very pretty game. Graphically, very well colored. Each zone has its own distinct visual style. The enemies are very nicely animated. These are all good things that I would add for the game. I think there's one big bad that we will see at some point here before the end of the game. The cup throwers can eat it. I'm done with them. Wish there was a way I could deflect them back. The Hiyotoko people are dancing in the south square of town. Okay. Can I find a food vendor of some kind? Get out of here. I don't even want your money, I just want them out. Go. The hit detection feels like it's a bit suspect in this game. Like, sometimes my attacks hit enemies and sometimes they should and don't. Okay, get out of here. Also, it feels like sometimes I'm pressing up to attack and I'm not attacking. That strange lantern man has shown up at this year's festival. Okay. I'm gonna stop walking into random houses and talking to people because they're not doing anything for me. Store, perfect. Go, 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 go. Get some food. Oh, very good. That's something that I was waiting for. Some armor. You have everything you need. Would you like to buy something? Yes. Get the hat. Get the dress. Or coat, whatever. Buy some shoes. I don't think you can buy more than one of these, but we'll try. Look at that, I can. I have no idea if it'll do anything for me. I really need food, though. Alright, so I got our speed back up. Ah! Nope, nope. Oh, this jerk. Hey, these guys actually get to use their weapons. Oh! Whoa, whoa. You jerk. Get out of here. Oh, he's throwing cash? Ah, crap. I missed my upgrade chance. Okay, so that guy is an absolute dick. I lost my straw suit, too. This may be one of the reasons why I never beat this game, because the enemies get ruthless. Get in here. Hopefully there's some food. Please? No. How about some martial arts training? If you work hard, I'll teach you my jutsu. You will only be allowed to use jutsu in this zone, but it will be very valuable. I don't think they let you if you don't have enough health. Your physical ability, you will not be able to master such yada yada yada. So you have to have, I think, at least 6 health because you spend 4 to learn the ability. So we may not be able to do anything there. Still looking for that health. Get. I also noticed that my power level is going up, and I have no idea how. Stop it! I hate these cup-throwing bastards. F*** you! Yeah, let's see what he got. No, just the same ones that we had before. We'll do paint, because I think I can get this one going. Yada, yada, yada. Go, go, go. See how far I can get without dying. Turn here. And turn here. And turn here. A little early. It's all right. Down. What? I pressed down! Oh, eat me. I didn't that up. All right, out. I don't want to waste any more time. All right, hopefully this will let me buy some armor back and maybe some health. All right, so I can get the armor back and I can get my shoes. No health. Tell you what, we're just gonna buy a whole bunch of grass skirts. All right, so how about this? Just keep buying shoes. Now I can't be slowed down by anyone. All right, I'm gonna keep going left. I think this is the big boss. I guess we're about to find out. No. Oh, is this the... Okay, so there's two more mini games that we haven't seen yet. There's the lottery, where you just pick a number, and hopefully if you win, you get like $1,000. And there's also a memory game where you have to like flip two cards and get the matching ones, and you play against the computer, and if the computer beats you with more matches, you lose, and if you beat them, yeah. Let's do Tiger. And I will pick Group C. Yeah, okay, let's see what we got. I got a 5, so I got 30 or 50 bucks. Second prize. I didn't get the second prize because I didn't get C. I lost. So I lost money. Nope. Lottery is just a roll of the dice and it's not worth the money. Memory, you have a little bit of a chance. The painting mini game, you have a better chance at if the game doesn't say you hit left or right when you hit down. Alright, I think I have to beat these guys up in order to get to the boss fight. Obviously, it's going to be easier to do if I can see all of them. Come on. I got some dance moves. Alright. Alright, I upgraded my weapon. Now, this could be a real big mistake. I don't have my health. This is dangerous territory. Be careful. Proceed with caution. It's always dangerous territory. Ha ha ha! You must be Koban's cat partner. Come on, I'm ready for you. Let's fight it out right now. I don't know what these are for. I think maybe he... Oh, okay! I do remember you have to hit all of these off in order to advance a phase, but I don't know why there was money on that. Okay, down. Oh. Whoa! Oh, that was a botch on my part. Oh, no you don't. Gotcha. I think you have to hit these as well. Yes, you do. Oh! Oh! What a dodge. Oh, I got my health back. Interesting. One down. Oh. Ooh. Alright, I want to get here so I can smack, 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 smack. Smack, smack. Oh. Oh. Alright. We're doing alright. We're doing alright. I got health. I am out of my straw suits, though. Oh! He's being a jerk now. Come on! Oh! That was dirty. And now I gotta do it without any upgrades. This is gonna go real bad. I think it's maybe where I stop. Yeah, I don't care. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. I knew that was coming. Ow! Alright, that was probably well-timed. Oh. Oh, get that, get that. I can help. I need to get up, 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 up. Yep. Because he was going to do that. Ah, you jerk! This fight is not fair. It's really not fair. There's too many randomized elements to it. Alright, I'm not going to attack any of the jars because I think the bottom left there gave me health both times that I touched it, so I want to save it. Just go up. Uh-oh. Go way up, 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 up. Go as far right as I can to get to this. Good, it didn't change. I think my best call here is this. Hup, hup. Oh, crap. Got it. Top. I just wish there was a regularity to his attacks, and there aren't. Oh, yes. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Ooh. No. All right. All right. We're doing all right. Got him. Alright, alright, alright. You cannot attack down here. Alright, stay here. Alright, I think I just hit his face. Alright, we're doing alright. I got this. I got it. Oh, that was frustrating. Aw, he's making little meows. Thanks for helping me out there. I'm Koban Cat. I've been waiting for you. We're a band of ninja cats. Protecting Edo is our responsibility. We're on a top-secret mission. Precious Princess Yuki, the one and only daughter of the ruler of Edo, has been kidnapped. I think it's pronounced Edo. Maybe it's Edo. We've searched all over Japan, and now we think we know where she is. It seems she's been taken by a mysterious group of masked men. These masked men have special weapons that cripple our ability to change forms. It's these special weapons of theirs that have caused us so much trouble. But we've learned something. The horrible Otafu army of Awaji Island have been known to kidnap women. They must have taken Princess Yuki. She has to be there. Please, we beg of you, save Princess Yuki. Well, now I have a purpose. Other than beat up the warlord. Ooh, we get fireworks for our work. I guess it's because the festival is still taking place, and we obviously just showed up while it was starting to happen and broke up a cult. Kid Ying and Dr. Ying encountered the Hyotoku army and did away with them. Now they must go to Awaji Island to take care of the Otafu army, wicked kidnappers of helpless people. Oh, I don't have to go through the travel nonsense. All right. amusement park. Whoop, whoop. All right, so I think we're going to go ahead and stop here because I could keep going through zones forever, but I am actually running out of lives, and I don't think I'm going to last much longer. Let's go ahead and wrap things up. We'll do a round of the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is, as I mentioned before, graphically, this is a very pretty game, especially considering it came out in 92. So, you know, developers were maybe a year into working on 16-bit consoles, at least with the Super Nintendo, and they had started experimenting with a larger color palette because obviously you could use more colors on screen at once with the Super Nintendo than the regular Nintendo, and they put it on full display in this game. I mean, even just this third little glimpse of the third area we're looking at feels totally different than the first area and the second one. It has a nice aquamarine color to the background because of the sky and the water there. And, you know, all the assets they put in there. Granted, you spend a lot of your time just walking around towns in this game, which is not a great thing, but they did the best with what they could. There's different enemies seemingly in every single area, and the bosses are unique and fun to fight. I was getting annoyed by the patterns of the second boss, but ultimately it wasn't a completely insurmountable boss. It was something that I could do if I just, you know, focused and got locked in. The music, there's some really strong tracks in this game. There were some that were kind of iffy, but I do think, you know, overall it's a very good music soundtrack. And I do like that they have different jobs that you can do, or mini games to earn resources in the game, even though you can spend seemingly all of your time just fighting guys out in the middle of the streets to get all the money you need. They give you the option to do the mini games to earn extra resources, which is a nice touch. They have equipment that you can earn. I'll say when we get to the bad what I don't like about that. And there's a weapon upgrade system in this game where you can get a stronger weapon. And I think both Goemon and Ebisumaru actually have different weapon types that they use. So it's not just, you know, both of them smacking enemies with a hash pipe until they upgrade to a yo-yo. I think Dr. Yang, if you will, uses a completely different weapon. There's also another aspect that we didn't see, but it's really not that important to the gameplay, where you can jump on the back of one character as the other, and then basically you can use one person as a piggyback kind of mule to walk around and fight, while the other one does all the fighting, with their weapon alone, while the piggybacker just carries them. The main use of that is if you're playing one of these action sequences where there are bottomless pits that you need to jump over. If one of the players is really struggling and the other one is doing it with no problem, you hop on the back of the one that is good at platforming, and then you don't have to worry about it because he'll do all the work for you. That's a really nice touch, and I'm glad they put that in this game, considering usually if I was playing this, I was playing it with my mom, and she wasn't very good at that stuff. As far as the bad, I really don't like that they went with the Blaster Master style of upgrade loss whenever you took a hit. The armor, it makes sense. You take hits until it breaks, and then you start taking damage like normal. That's fine. I don't like that you lose your shoes every time you get hit. If they wanted to make it so that you really had to earn your speed upgrades, they should have made them more expensive, period. I really hate that the weapons get downgraded. Why not make it so that when you get to a new zone, you have to re-upgrade your weapon? That would have been fine. You'd still have to fight a little bit, but, you know, if you're doing the game like you probably should anyway, you're walking around and beating enemies up so that you can get cash to buy all the stuff that you want in this game. So you're already going to be finding new upgrades for your weapon all the time. I never really loved the way that you lost weapon upgrades when you took hits in Blaster Master, because it kind of puts you on an edge. It makes you feel like you're a glass cannon. The second you go into a boss fight and take one hit, you're screwed, because the enemy's probably going to take way more damage than you're capable of outputting, especially when your gun only shoots like a couple of feet and then the bullet disappears. That was terrible. And the weapon in this game, while I really do like the yo-yo that you get, the starting weapon, the little tiny hash pipe that you're smacking enemies with, is too short. You just don't have any range when you're attacking with it. The mini games, while a great idea, are almost always a waste of money. There's very few instances when I played this game casually years ago that I remember doing them and actually earning money. The only time I think I actually had any real success was doing the paint game, and that was because my reflexes were fast enough and I wasn't playing on an HD TV with input lag. So things, that I could have done back on a little CRT 20 years ago with faster reflexes were more difficult for me now. But ultimately, the lottery is a waste of time. Or waste of money. The Goblin minigame, even though I thought I was doing pretty good, I just made my money back. The memory game, the computer seems to be really good when you do play it at finding all the matches and you're just randomly guessing, and that was never fun. There might be one or two more mini games that I'm missing on the list here, but ultimately, while it was a good idea to put them in there, they made them too hard to win, or at least make your money back. The maze being the lone exception because it never changed, and if you played it right, you got all your money back and an extra life, so you could farm it for infinite lives, or at least as long as you had time on the timer. I don't think the game just ends if you run out of time. I think you just lose a life. As far as the ugly, and these are always nitpicky things and not like serious knocks on the game, frankly, I just never really loved the ancient Japan aesthetic for pretty much any video game. It does nothing for me. That's not to say that this is a bad game because of that. It's obviously the whole point of the design is it's supposed to take place in, they kept saying Edo, which I believe is considered an era in Japan's history as the Edo period. And just, I don't know, nothing, it never appealed to me personally. And I am somewhat of a history buff, but this period just doesn't do it for me for whatever reason. I don't think that makes it a bad game, or for people who do like this that they have a wrong opinion. It's just personally, I don't care for it. Other than that, I don't know if there's a whole lot of ugly. Some of the enemies started feeling really cheap towards the end of the second area, and I think in the third here they even get worse, or they get even cheaper. Would have been nice if you actually got a permanent health upgrade to your bar, and I don't think that ever happens. I think you have the same 8 pips of health the entire time that you play the game. And it would have been nice seeing how there's all that extra space beyond your health bar if you got extra health, and you don't. So let's go ahead and give the game a score. We do our score in Randars, 1 to 10. I really did enjoy my time with this game, despite the flaws with it. I'm going to give it an 8. I think this is a really good game. I think it could use some tweaks to the mini games, and maybe don't lose your all of your equipment whenever you take a single hit, especially as later in the game the characters get a lot cheaper and your hits don't connect the way that maybe they should when you're on a level playing with certain enemies, and then other times you're absolutely not, you still hit them. I guess I could have gone in the bad as well. But overall, it's fun. The action scenes probably could stand to be a little bit longer, but otherwise they were fun to play, even if I was having a little bit of frustration with losing upgrades and stuff. Yeah, this is a very good game. 8 Randars. I think it's still as fun today as it was back in the day. There is one thing that we didn't go over during the playthrough, and I was going to say something, but frankly, I never found what I was looking for. The only way to save in this game is a password system. This is a long game. There are 10 areas total that you can go through. Without the password system, every time you turn the console off, you have to start over. I went through a good chunk of both the first and second area and never found a single password system. And I'll go ahead and put it on the screen here. The password that you have to enter every time that you do save. It was way too long. Frankly, I've never beaten this game, and part of the reason is you have to put in passwords that had, 24 characters or whatever it ends up being total. And it's a mix of letters and numbers and symbols. And this is still during the period when maybe they weren't doing a great job differentiating between a T and a plus sign, or a 0 and an O, and L's and 1s. And it just made trying to recover your progress in this game a hot mess. That's something they really should have fixed. And this is coming around the end of the period when games were relying on passwords to save progress. Most developers at this point had the ability and then started using cartridges with the battery backup for saving. Passwords, while they had a good use back in the day, because if you were playing a game with stats or items or different levels, areas of the levels that you needed to save exactly the spot that you were in, passwords helped do that. Unfortunately, they got really complicated as you added more of that data that had to be saved, and there was more chance for you to mess up the password. So they moved towards battery backup as a save mechanism in more and more games at this point, and this game kind of looks like a relic as a result of that. Still a fun game. They should not have done a password. They should have put a battery on this thing and saved it. Now, I say that realizing I look at all my games using a Retron 5, which means I can save, do a save state, and come back to it anytime I want. But I can't factor that into a review of this game as it existed when it came out in 1992. Frankly, back then, the option existed, and it had existed for 5-6 years to use a battery backup, and they didn't do it. Maybe a cost-cutting measure. Maybe they had some concerns about using batteries, but we've looked at games on this channel that have had battery backup in them for 40 years, and the batteries still work. So that concern seems to have been overstated, I guess, in the case of certain devs who didn't want to put a battery with, an expiration date or chemicals inside of it that could burst if, they were exposed to heat or anything, which I don't think I've ever seen on any of the games that I have. But ultimately, the password system was a fail, and I'm going to put that in the bad, but the game's still good. So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Nubs Collection. As always, I do appreciate everyone watching, and I will see you next time.